Hi everyone. So today I'm going to be doing a portfolio review. So one of you wrote me that they have 400 and something images, that the quality is good in their opinion, and that the description is fine and everything, and so far they had zero sales. So I wrote that it's hard for me to say without actually seeing the portfolio, and so they sent me the link and allowed me to review it here on YouTube. So it's going to be an interesting video, and I think very useful to every beginner to see what could the issues with the portfolio be. So a couple of disclaimers. So I'm not an expert. I myself have a lot still to learn for sure. So any kind of critique is just my opinion and the way I see it. So you don't have to agree with it, and you don't have to follow my advice. And also, I am not critiquing you, but I'm critiquing the images. So let's do it. I'm going to share my screen now. So first of all, this is just the Adobe pages, and I did an empty search, so people were asking about it. So if you go for Adobe stock and you search and you don't enter anything and just hit enter, and then you filter out just the generative AI images, I have it in the Czech language, I'm sorry about that, you can actually see that there are 46 million AI images, just AI, not normal photos, not normal illustrations, 46 million AI images. So clearly there is a lot of competition. So if we want to be successful, we need to work hard on it and actually kind of know what we are doing. So I'm gonna switch to the portfolio we are going to talk about today, and then I'm gonna also use that search to maybe compare some of the topics or something for you to see the differences between what this person has and what maybe the others are uploading on that topics. Yep, so this is the portfolio. So I'm just gonna scroll through the first page so that you get a rough idea of what we have here. So from the first glimpse, I can see that a lot of images are illustrations. And I also feel like we will go through the other pages also, but I feel like this was not generated with Midjourney. I hope that I'm not wrong, but for example, the cupcake here, it is kind of supposed to be, I guess, photorealistic, but it doesn't look photorealistic at the same time. So I don't think it was generated in Midjourney, and I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I just have to recommend Midjourney. I think that at this moment, with the commercial license, they are the best for this kind of work. And you can start with the $10 subscription. Just try it for 1 month if you can see the difference. If you don't like it, don't use it. But I really recommend Midjourney because I wouldn't create too many illustration-like images. I don't think that the illustrations are selling as well as the photorealistic images. They do sell, but it will not be like super big in my opinion, or according to my experience. So I would concentrate on the photorealistic images, and for those images you need your generator, you know, to produce the work that will really look like real photos and have good quality and not a lot of those glitches. All right, so these are like a first general observation. So I would not concentrate too much on the illustrations. I would go more to the photorealistic stuff, and then let's look at some of the concrete images here in this portfolio. So there are some like abstract things, so let's just click on it and see the description. Abstract background elegance, a harmonious dance of intricate lines and curves in monochromatic shades of brown and beige, evoking movement and fluidity. Generative AI. Sorry for laughing. So this image description to me seems to be like AI generated, like it was created by like ChatGPT or from something like that. And you have to realize that people looking for images are not AI, and they will not be entering this kind of keywords like a harmonious dance of intricate lines. You know, this is not how we kind of, I don't know, like maybe I'm wrong, but this is like not what I would personally be looking for. This is like too complicated, and the description kind of like says nothing, but also the image is kind of not really like it's abstract, but it's not particularly eye-catching or pretty. It's on the weird side for me. Also, it says brown and beige, but I can see more like white and gold-ish maybe, so it like doesn't match. Okay, so it's kind of like a wavy white and gold background. So let's have a look. Let's search for a wavy white and gold abstract background, right? And let's see what it gives us. So it's 15,000 images, so not that much. But looking at it, so we can find the images that are kind of much more visually pleasing. Like, I'm not gonna say that I like everything that I see here. The competition is not that big. 15,000 is not that much. Like, I don't like this image, for instance. But there are some, you know, nice ones, nicer looking ones. And I think it's a good idea when you have a creative idea to just look what other people are doing and to see if what you are producing is kind of on the same level as the competition. And what we want is not even to be on the same level as the competition, but we want to be better, you know. So sorry, so this is like not a great image in my opinion. Looking at a cupcake, I think it's like it's a nice cupcake, but it's like it's not exactly an illustration, but it's also not exactly photorealistic. So with the photos of food, I would just stick to the photorealistic images, and let's again like search purple cupcake with a cherry on top. If it finds something like that, we'll see. Yep. So this is, I think, yours, right? Yes, art spiral. So this one is actually, this is from your portfolio. This is more photorealistic, and I think, except it's not a cherry, but like a strawberry on top, it's better than those more illustration looking images from this series. So let's see if there is anything else. Yeah, like this. Like here, for example, I don't like the colorings, for instance, but if it was like in a more pastel purple colors that you have, I think it's better when it really looks like a real photo, and it will have more uses when than when you just use it as a when it looks more as an illustration, in my opinion. So there is not those are yours, so there is not a lot of it here, so I would try to regenerate it. After you buy your Midjourney subscription, try the same prompt, you know, like a pastel purple cupcake with a cherry on top, then confetti on a pastel purple background, and see, you know, what you get from there. I think you can achieve better results with this. You know, like, don't just, as I've just explained, describe the image, try use that as a description and not like a sweet indulgence, like whatever. Purple cupcake with a cherry on top on a pastel perfect purple background with confetti for you know, magical birthday party, something like that. That would be more helpful for you than those AI generated descriptions for your images. I cannot judge your keywords because it doesn't show the keywords on Adobe, but you know, just trust me. So for example, here, those two, a symphony of colors, an abstract display of glossy vibrant ovals in a dynamic pattern. So for sure, like, there is a market for some abstract images, but I feel like this is not, I don't know, like, not good looking. Like this and this is not, it's like abstract to a point, but it's also like, it looks like something like this looks like you know, like candy, or like some colorful stones. This looks like a weird thick confetti or something. So it's like, it's not too abstract, but it's not something concrete in particular, so I cannot actually imagine the use for this image. For those kind of you know, abstract things, I would prefer it to be like this shape, to be to take the whole picture and not as an isolated object, maybe. Okay, I will not like comment on every image in the portfolio, but I will just you know, talk about when I you know, see something I want to comment on. For example, again here, this is supposed to be a violin. Well, I don't know, it doesn't look to me as a violin, and when it doesn't look like what it is supposed to be, I don't think that you know, you will get sales. So you can have a special looking violin with flowers or whatever, but it has to look as a violin. So you can be creative there, but it still has to look as the object that you are trying to sell. And to me, it really doesn't look as a violin. And a violin probably doesn't have two strings also, you know. All right, so we have something with the brain, artistic representation of neural complexity in a metallic brain. Okay, so, but like, why is it metallic? Is there a particular reason? Why is it like silver and gold? Is it a trend? Like, why are we doing this in this style? And who is going to buy it, and who's gonna use it? Because I don't understand it, I guess. So this looks like it is supposed to like represent a love for music or something. To me, the images look a bit sad, like the grayish kind of backdrop, and this is like, I cannot, like, I can tell it's a love for music because there is a heart and then there are you know, musical notes in there, but otherwise it doesn't evoke any feelings of love when I look at this image. It looks a bit sad and also like a bit strange, if I may say it like this. Here I do not understand, except for the heart. I don't know what is on the picture, so let's see the description. A passionate glow, a shiny red heart illuminated in a dark, abstract and artful setting. So basically it's not telling us anything, so it's like a heart in an artful setting, but it like, it doesn't look like an artful setting. It looks like a weird blurred out stethoscope on a table with a heart. Like, this is what I would imagine when looking at it, but it's like, I don't know, I can see a heart, but I cannot understand like what it represents. You know, it's like, either maybe think simpler and just do really a heart, like a red heart on a red background. Sometimes, you know, the simpler the better. Of course, there is like a great competition in of a red heart on a red background, but I think it's like better than doing something that is like supposed to be artistic, but it doesn't look artistic. It doesn't look like anything, and I cannot imagine that people would want to spend their money on this image. Also, I have to say, like, any image can sell once. So, you know, don't write back to me, oh, you know, it's sold, this one sold. This is like not our goal for the images to sell once. We want a good selling images that sell regularly. This is the only way you can make money on stock, is that you have those bestsellers that bring you regular money. Okay, sorry, my battery is running out. All right. This is another violin that doesn't look like a violin. So this series of like cute looking different things, I think it's not bad. So this is a good, I think, trendy kind of style. But if I can recommend, I think those are used often as like some kind of icons. So I would try to generate them on a white isolated background, or you can make like a like prompt that it's a sticker set. So it will give you a set of different like plants in a pot in this cute style. So try something like that. So, but otherwise I don't think it's like too bad. This one's cute looking, like cupcakes and cactuses and whatever you have there. But yeah, but just to try something else try prompting sticker set or icon set, or do them on a white background. The macaroon doesn't look like a macaroon. Like I can tell it's a macaroon, but again, I would go for a photorealistic style, and there are tons of macaroons, like pastel colored macaroons. You can see that there is many. There is like 10,000 of pastel colored macaroon images here, and you can see what they look like, and I think it's a better idea for them to really look like macaroons. There is a bigger probability that it will then in fact sell. So as I said, like just try to compare what you are doing to the rest, and you can see if your images are better or not, and if they are not better, then there is a big chance that they are not going to be selling. The single leaf, like on a, it's not like even white, but like if you do a single item, do it on a white isolated background. This is kind of like a dirty grayish, and we don't want that. And also the leaves look a little bit sad. Okay, we can for sure generate a prettier looking leaves. The splashes of color again in Mid-Journey, I feel like it will give you a better look than here. For example, here you have like some brown liquid splashing. I don't know, brown liquid is a bit weird to me. So if it's supposed to be coffee, then maybe add a cup of coffee there, you know, like a splashing iced coffee or something. But the brown liquid just looks a bit strange. This looks like juice, and I can tell right away, and I guess it's like not bad, but again, maybe it's good to give it a glass and that it's like splashing from a glass. Okay. Let's look at the fish. Fish in a fiery flight. Contrast of heat and aquatic life generating generative AI. Okay, so I don't see fire. The fire part also looks liquidy to me. So at first glance, I don't see the contrast between like a fire and water. And when I cannot see what the image is supposed to portray from like first glance, then we have a problem. Like the stock photography, it has to be very clear, very fast. What are we trying to convey here? I kind of like those roses. I would like, you have a lot of images on like this grayish background, so I would avoid that. But like for example, this image I think is not bad. Geometric roses, yeah, okay. I would be more descriptive in the description, because this is like still very like vague. Okay, it's not like, from the description it's kind of clear what's in it, but you should be more descriptive basically. But I more or less like the image, and I think it's like on trend. I hope it's not Mid-Journey, because I don't just see it being Mid-Journey generated. Like these ones I also kind of like, but I think that Midjourney would do a better job at it. But like this series is not bad in my opinion. Of course, winter images now are out of the picture, so please don't generate anything winter related now. You can start with the Christmas in the late summer, but now there will... my daughter is yelling. It will just not sell basically. Here the coin, golden wealth, intricately designed coin sparkling with rich elegance. So this is an image that is supposed to evoke like wealth and being rich, and I just don't see it. It's like a weird coin that, you know, the stars here are not really all what they are supposed to be. It's not, I think, any kind of currency, right? So it doesn't create like an association with a wealth. It's just some weird looking gold coin on a gray background. Like a wealth, I would associate like many coins or some you know, I don't know, like a chest with diamonds or something, you know. And this is, it's just to me it's strange. And looking at it, I wouldn't like look at this star. It doesn't look like a star. It's like a bad quality image, basically. And it doesn't evoke a feeling of money, even though it's a coin. Those like flaming hearts, as I said, like don't do the objects on gray background. It looks sad. And it doesn't look fire. So like this looks fiery and this looks fiery. These two don't look fiery to me. It just looks very strange. And just don't use the gray background. Give it some different colorful background. The like microbes are good, but there is a lot of this kind of images on Adobe. Also this ones with like the dust particles, I think they're interesting. I would just try to work on this concept a little bit more and try to create more of these images. I think this is good and a potential seller. I'm not sure, like I can't tell, it's like dust, but I would try and work on it. The you know, the bouquets on gray background again, no, don't do them on a gray background. It doesn't look festive, celebratory. It looks like right away it looks sad. Okay, so let's again, bouquet on a gray background. So there are some, and I just I don't know, it's if you look at the actual bouquets on gray, it looks like if it like a funeral to me. I don't know, it's just sad. It's not a great here, like it doesn't look like a festive card that I would want to use on my design. Like this is, for example, not a bad photo, but like the gray background, I don't know, I don't think it's great. And if we just go and use pink, you don't have to use pink, yeah, but I just want you to see the difference, that this is like much more joyful, prettier, happier, more eye-catching, and these images have a much more chances of being bought than when you generate on like a gray background, you know. So the bouquet is not a super unique idea, so you can generate a lot of those, but just you know, we want festive, we want party, we want celebration, holiday. This doesn't give me party and holiday. Here I would get rid of the text. Use it blank so that your client who buys the picture can use their text that they need to use there. So don't insert the text. Here the dog is supposed to be enjoying a bath time. Well, it's not wet, there is no foam, no bubbles. The tap looks very strange. The shampoo bottle is not blank, there is a strange text there. It doesn't look like a dog that is enjoying a bath time. Just, you know, by looking at it here. A serene encounter, fluffy white puppy and a whimsical duck figurine amidst enchanting lights and soft pink roses. Like, yeah, but like what is the image supposed to show? What does it mean? What is a serene encounter? Where would the client use this image? Why is the duck not looking like a duck? The nose is, you know, not what it's supposed to be. The dog doesn't look like a dog. You know, again, I'm not like criticizing you, but I'm trying to tell you that like, who is going to buy this for what reason? You have to be able to answer this question. Who is going to look for a serene encounter in the key, like in their search? You know, those kind of descriptions are not good in my opinion. You have to describe really what is in the picture, and it has to kind of make sense, you know, and there has to be like a reason why this picture comes into creation. So if you're just asking like ChatGPT to give you those prompts, I don't know, like I've given example on my YouTube channel of the prompts generated by the AI, and it's not like this kind of prompt. So maybe it's better to come up with the descriptions and prompts on your own, because when you yourself cannot formulate what the image is supposed to be and you rely on AI, and as I said, the clients are not AI, there are people like us looking for particular things. And if they are looking for the dog images, I can promise you they're not looking for this image because it doesn't tell us like any kind of story. It's weird. The dog looks weird. The thing on the head looks weird. The duck looks weird. It's just not gonna. It's not gonna sell. The pill dispensers, I think, are the good idea. I would just work on the execution so that the dispensers look more realistic, like what realistically they look in real life. But for sure, it's not like a bad idea. This kind of fruit arrangements and stuff like that, it's not a bad idea, but as like don't choose those dark sad backgrounds for everything. As I said, like we want fun and party basically. Okay, here the tea party doesn't look bad in my opinion. I cannot promise you that it will sell, but it looks okay. All right. So I'm not going to, I don't want to go like picture by picture really. If you are doing the interior design trends, not trends, interior designs, search for trends on YouTube to see what is actually popular right now and try to generate based on that. On Adobe Insights, there was like a portfolio full of just the interior designs, and they had it was like a successful portfolio. They had a lot of sales there, so you know for sure it's something, the topic that has potential to sell, but you have to do your research and see what are the trends and what is selling well. You know, like I can tell it's a light bulb, but it doesn't look like a light bulb. And also here you have like brightest ideas. You know, the bulb is supposed to signify like having an idea, and this bulb doesn't do it for me. Again, I will not search for it now on Adobe, but you can try and search for it, and you will find plenty of images that are way better than this one, and that you would read exactly what it is supposed to tell us. All right, so I don't want to, as I said, like go picture by picture. I think this was kind of enough for you to get a grasp of what is wrong. So I would concentrate on photorealistic images. I would try to generate the descriptions by myself so that I myself understand what the image is about and what I'm trying to say with that image. I would try out the Midjourney, just try it for 1 month. You can cancel the subscription anytime and see if it gives you better results. Hopefully it will. Also, one more thing, some images are not aspect ratio 3:2. They're kind of like a square like, but not a square. So I would stick to 3:2 or 16:9. Don't use any other weird aspect ratios, because that can also influence your sales. That if the person is looking for a picture and they can't find the usual aspect ratio that they use for their work, then they are not going to buy your image. Don't use a gray background in your prompts. Try to specify the color scheme and go for, if you like doing food and flowers and stuff like that, go for happier, brighter colors. Don't just do objects on gray. Yes, so this is, I think, this is like long enough. Yeah, and some, as I said, like some ideas there weren't bad, but like the execution is just, in my opinion, not commercial. So yeah, thank you for sending me this portfolio for review. I think it's very brave thing to do. No one, likes to listen to criticism, but I think the goal here is to make money, and I did my best to give you some ideas on what to change so that the new images that you are going to upload potentially do bring money your way. So thank you again for sending it to me, and thank you guys for watching. And if you want more portfolio reviews like that, then just send it to my email, and I will have a look and give you my opinions. So Thanks again, and as always, I will see you very soon.